Ryan thought she was only going to meet her boyfriend's best friend that night, but she had no idea she was about to come face to face with the boy who once broke her heart. Ryan stood in front of the massive black gates, clutching the strap of her little purse so tightly her fingers almost hurt. Her boyfriend had invited her over for dinner, not just any dinner, a dinner at his family's private mansion. And no matter how many times she tried to breathe normally, her chest still felt tight because she didn't belong here. Not in this world, not in these polished marble floors and glowing staircases and fancy people with cold smiles. His best friend, the one he had talked about so many times, the one who had just returned from the UK after years, the one he kept describing with the same proud smile every single time. He's like a brother to me. You will like him. He's a little arrogant, but he's actually a good guy. He's just Jungkook. Ryan looked up just in time for him to wrap his arms around her waist and pull her into a warm hug. She smiled instantly. At least he made her feel safe. You came, he said softly, leaning back just enough to look at her. And wow! His eyes traveled over her outfit and he let out a slow whistle. You look so pretty tonight. Ryan felt her cheeks warm. Stop. No, seriously, he grinned. You look perfect. She laughed quietly, looking down for a second. Hyunwoo squeezed her hand gently. You okay? Ryan quickly nodded. Yeah, just your house is huge. He laughed. You will get used to it. She smiled politely, but deep down she didn't think she ever would. Wayan quickly bowed her head slightly. Hello, ma'am. The woman smiled kindly. So polite, too. Good, I was starting to think my son only knew dramatic girls. Mom, he groaned. Wayan laughed awkwardly, and the woman's eyes softened immediately. She was elegant, classy, the kind of woman who looked intimidating until she smiled. Sit, sweetheart, she said. You must be nervous. Wayan gave a tiny embarrassed smile. A little. That's normal, don't worry, we don't bite. Then, sir, he just arrived. The butler's voice cut through the room. Hyunwoo immediately sat up straighter. A grin spread across his face. Oh, finally. Ryan looked at him. He looked excited, genuinely excited, like a little kid waiting for his favorite person. Black tailored suit, broad shoulders, one hand casually in his pocket, the other holding his car keys. His posture was calm, confident, effortlessly expensive. The kind of man who didn't need to ask for attention. He simply existed, and attention came to him. Her heartbeat slowed, then sped up, then stopped completely, because the second he turned around, the entire world tilted. Wyan froze. Her fingers slipped from her boyfriend's hand. Her breath caught so hard it physically hurt. He looked older now, sharper, colder, richer, more dangerous somehow. His soft college boy warmth had been replaced with something darker, something untouchable. His jaw was more defined, his eyes more unreadable, his aura heavier. But his gaze said everything shock, recognition, something darker, something buried. Wine's thought went dry. Please, please don't say anything. Please don't ruin this. Please don't let this be happening. Hyunwoo, completely blind to the tension slicing through the air, laughed lightly and placed a hand on Jungkook's shoulder. Bro, he said, meet my girlfriend. Wine felt physically sick. Girlfriend? The word echoed in the air like a cruel joke. Jungkook's eyes moved over her slowly, not disrespectfully, not openly, but enough to make her pulse shake. Then he looked directly into her eyes again, and in the calmest, smoothest voice possible, he said, his tone was light, almost amused. Wyan wanted to disappear. Her boyfriend nodded happily. Yeah, Wyan. Jungkook looked at her for 1 second longer. Then he held out his hand. Nice to meet you, he said. Wyan snapped out of it and quickly forced herself to move. She lifted her trembling hand and placed it in Jungkook's. The second their skin touched, electricity, sharp, unwanted, familiar. Her breath caught again. Jungkook's fingers wrapped around hers firmly. Not too tight, just enough. Just enough to remind her that the boy she used to love was now standing in front of her as her boyfriend's rich best friend. It's nice seeing you again, Wyan. Wyan looked at him instantly. That was not a lie, but it was not the truth either. And somehow, that was even worse. Hyunwoo looked relieved immediately. Oh, seriously? He laughed. That's crazy. Wyan tried to smile. Tried. But her lips barely moved. Jungkook slid one hand back into his pocket and tilted his head slightly, eyes still on her. Yeah, he said softly. Crazy. Hyunwoo reached over and placed a hand on her knee under the table. You okay? He whispered. Wyan immediately nodded. Yeah, I'm okay. But the second she looked up again, Jungkook was watching that exact moment, watching her boyfriend touch her, watching her belong to someone else. And for the first time that night, his smirk disappeared, his jaw tightened, his eyes darkened. No, 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 no. This was bad, very bad. Because she knew that look. She remembered that look. That was the same look Jungkook used to get whenever another guy is too close to her in college. That dark, silent jealousy. That terrifying calm before something reckless. But that was the past. It didn't matter now. He was her ex, and she had a boyfriend. Dinner continued, laughter continued, the night continued. But for YN, everything had already changed because now there was only one thought repeating inside her head over and over again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next part.